Hello everyone and welcome back to Rick's Garage. Today we're making Miss Vicky's taillights brighter by making them darker.
Say hello to the bad side. My emotion is flatline. Hungry demon, what I'm seeing is snack time. When I rush in the grab, I better run from the path line.
Blacking out details on a car to make it look meaner isn't a new thing. Looking at the back of most cars, you'll be greeted with a giant red lens that can almost be intrusive. Window tint film and even spray-on smoke can be used to tone down those taillights, and while they do the trick, kind of defeats the purpose of having lights on your car. But now, thanks to the age of LEDs and EL wire, that problem is a thing of the past. Higher intensity lighting means that things are as visible as stock, even with dark tinted lenses. Today's task is to install a set of VLAN's LED taillights for the 10th Gen Civic. There's a couple of different versions available, but I've chosen these because they most closely match the factory lens arrangement. I'm really excited to get these on the car, but before we get started with the factory lights, a quick reminder to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so the game plan is to start with the trunk lid portion and then move down to the main light. This panel is held in with a bunch of clips, and having a tool like this makes the removal much easier. Also, if you're doing this job yourself, here's the part number for the clips, just in case you need it. Once the wiring gets unplugged, the 10mm bolt and nut are removed through the access hole, and the two 10mm bolts are pulled from the side. The first piece is ready to come off by using a wedge wrapped in a shop towel. And there. After a quick wipe down, here's the trunk section of the new VLAN lights. It uses all the factory mounting hardware, so it should fit as nicely as the stock lens. I'm going to secure the taillight for now, but that cover panel stays off until the very end. Alright, now for the main lens. It's held in place with two 10mm bolts here, and two friction clips located here. Thankfully, the taillight is big enough that I can get enough leverage by hand to disengage the clips. Then it's just a matter of unplugging the bulbs, and I'll set this piece aside for later. So the new lights come with an extra harness that connects the two sections, and it needs to be run through that grommet. And to access the back of that grommet, the trunk has to basically be stripped. Unfortunately, that's the only way to give enough room to move the side panel out of the way. For fishing, I like using stainless steel wire. It's thinner than a fishing tape and more durable than carbon steel. First up, I put a U-bend on each end of the wire. This will prevent it from piercing the side of the grommet and makes it easier to handle. Then I feed the wire through the grommet into the trunk. I've removed the wires from the connector, and I'm securing them to the stainless wire with some electrical tape. Now I like to wrap everything in a last layer, starting at the end and working my way back, creating kind of a cone shape. This makes it easier to pull everything through with less of a chance of things getting hung up going through the grommet. Before the OEM lights can get boxed up, I need to pull all the bulbs because I need the sockets for the new lights. VLAN made the LED connections the same shape as incandescent bulbs, so it's a straight 1-to-1 swap. Everything gets plugged back in, including that new harness. And the new taillight carefully finds its way home. Okay, the last bit is to do something with the new wiring, going from the main lens up to the trunk lid. I'm going to run it up the hood hinge, and to blend it in, I've gone out and grabbed some 3/8 split loom, which pretty much matches what Honda uses. I've got a bit of work to do here, so let's jump ahead to the finished product.
2 hours later.
Alright, all the wiring's tucked in nice and neat, the loom is strapped down to prevent anything from coming loose and getting pinched, and And once the trunk lid panel is reinstalled, there's just one thing left. The super satisfying plastic peel. Ooh, I always love that part. So after a couple hours of work, that's what I call a visual improvement. The tinted lenses give Miss Vicky a much meaner look with some more contrast, and those brighter LEDs will make sure safety and function aren't sacrificed for fashion. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, drop me a like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss any of my new content. I'm Rick the Welder, and as always, thank you all very much for watching.